Back with you on the Newsfeed PM. Thanks for staying on. Let's turn to this now. Final preparations are underway for the traditional wedding of AmaZulu King Misuzulu kaZwelithini with Queen Nomzamo Myeni. The ceremony will take place at the Kwakhangela Royal Palace in KwaNongoma, northern KwaZulu-Natal. Thousands of people, including high-profile guests, are expected to be in attendance. Newzroom Afrika's Phila Mthembu joins us live now from there. Phila, of course, the big event is tomorrow. This is a preview. Lots still happening at the palace.
Indeed, Thabo. So we're coming to you live from Kwakhangela Royal Palace here in KwaNongoma. And of course, this is a place that we can expect to see thousands of esteemed guests, dignitaries making their way here tomorrow for this prestigious, this huge celebration which is going to be happening from that traditional wedding between AmaZulu King Misuzulu kaZwelithini as well as Queen Myeni. So what I'm going to show you right now is exactly what is happening here at the palace. I can tell you, Thabo, that in all corners of this palace, there's quite a number of marquees. So there is a marquee in every single corner. We do know that they have been allocated to actually accommodate various people. These include the royal, servants, as well as the esteemed guests that are going to make their way here. And as these preparations have now gotten to the advanced stages, I can tell you that we have seen, the cow meat. We do know that cows have already been slaughtered. Beer has already been brewed as well. And there are quite a number of Shembe Church members that are here. You'd recall that King Misuzulu kaZwelithini is a member of the church. There's been a prayer service which had been conducted, essentially asking for blessings ahead of, tomorrow. But this place is going to be busy. We can expect to see Amabuto here as well as the maidens coming through. You do recall that, whenever the king is seen in public, he's usually surrounded by Amabuto, and that's exactly what we can expect to see. This particular, wedding ceremony comes at a time where you'd remember that in Jan, it was actually cancelled. There had been controversy around the Zulu royal household, especially when it comes to the union between King Misuzulu kaZwelithini and his first wife. Now, this is Queen Nomzamo. You'd remember that Queen Nomzamo had filed an urgent court application calling for the interdict of the wedding between King Misuzulu kaZwelithini as well as Queen Myeni. We did see how that, ended. The particular application was actually struck off the roll by the Pietermaritzburg High Court, and it gets to leave you with questions now. Whether Queen Nomzamo is going to even be in full support of this particular wedding ceremony that's going to be happening tomorrow. But it's also, one for the books for the royal family because, it's going to be the very first time King Misuzulu kaZwelithini gets to have a wedding ceremony since taking on the throne of the royal house and leading the Zulu nation as the king. So it's going to be the very first, wedding ceremony around that. And also his, seemingly not even far away from his dad when you consider that his father passed away having 6 wives. And this is the 3rd wife that is going to be, brought into this very own royal palace tomorrow. And what you're seeing behind me, it is a kraal. It's going to play a significant part when it comes to this event, as most of the significant events are going to happening right there. But of course, also a very somber mood, a bittersweet moment for the royal family. You'd recall that there was that recent announcement made about the passing of a senior member of the royal family, and that was now Queen Nomzamo Myeni. So there's quite a lot that you can expect to see happen here tomorrow. We're also going to be in conversations really about those who will be in the correct space to speak to us about, what had happened initially. When you go back to Jan, you'd remember that according to, African beliefs, it's not advisable for a wedding to actually be postponed or cancelled, but we did see all of that happen in January. And it could be interesting to actually know what could be, challenges around that. What could, essentially, if there are going to be those challenges, what could essentially be a problem, and get an in-depth information really with regards to how things happened in Jan and where they are now, as there are these beliefs that weddings should not be cancelled or postponed. But here we are today. We're going to get in conversation with a cultural expert tomorrow, as everybody is going to be here. At the moment, it is just the preps that are underway ahead of the big day tomorrow, Thabo.
That's Phila Mthembu there live for us at the Royal Palace in KwaNongoma. Appreciate your intervention there this afternoon.